We've almost come 900 kilometers. We're on the home stretch of the Bruce Trail with Ethan from Parks Canada. It's been a long trek there, my
Yes,
friend.
yes.
We're almost there.
It's a beautiful trail and a great day for hiking. So
right, because the Bruce Trail is how long?
it's over 800 kilometers. So and it finishes or starts at Tobermory depending on which angle you
Okay,
come from.
is that the argument sometimes?
Well, it can go either way. So
Whose team are you on?
Well, I definitely like the finishing in the best part in my opinion, which is
Right.
the Tobermory area.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. What makes it so special in this part?
So first of all, it goes through a ribbon of wilderness. So the Bruce Trail sort of connects all kinds of protected areas. And when it gets up into the national park where I work, it's in the largest remaining, big plot of natural habitat left in southern Ontario. And it's stunningly beautiful. So
Yeah. Well, let's continue to explore. Yeah. So this part of the terrain's getting a little tougher, Ethan.
It is, and some parts of the trail are easy, but along the shoreline where it's most beautiful, it's rugged, so you've got to be prepared. Good footwear, and I see you're wearing a good pair of shoes.
Well, I had the flip-flops on earlier on. Not advisable?
No, definitely not flip-flops. Wear hiking shoes or hiking boots. Carry a bottle of water. Carry a park map so you know where you're going, and never try to go too far beyond your skills. So,
like, what do you think a good hike would be? Like, what's the distance?
For the average person, if they're hiking for an hour or so, a round trip is a pretty good start. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, let's continue ours. So what type of species are kind of known in this part of the trail?
Well, on the escarpment here, you can see lots of ferns. There's maidenhair spleenworts, and there's a few dozen species.
What was it called?
Maidenhair spleenwort.
So what's it?
Well, you can see them growing in the rocks here. This is just a really small, dainty little fern, but beautiful. So we're kind of walking amidst them. And
why does it grow here? Do we know?
A lot of the ferns really like the limestone type of rock that you find in the escarpment. So those are all maidenhair spleenworts. We just passed a northern holly fern right here, which is beautiful. Green all year round. So
now, talk about being a good visitor. Should we be touching stuff? Can we be touching things?
No, let's stay on the trail. Definitely you want to stay on the trails whenever you can. And so you're not making any trampling impacts. And as well, never feeding wildlife is really important. Keep them wild. So,
what kind of wildlife are we going to be finding out here?
Well, lots of little things. So you see squirrels and birds, but a couple of our most famous species would be black bears, which are pretty shy. You don't see them very often. And Massasauga rattlesnakes, which are officially a species at risk. And lots of people are scared because of rattlesnakes, but if you see one, you could just give it some space and walk around it, no problem.
They're not coming after you?
No, they don't chase after people.
I guess you never really know what you're going to get from some of these trails.
It's always an adventure around every corner.
There's so many of them too, right?
There are.
And so many side trails.
Lots of different trails. Yeah, we're a famous place for hiking for sure.
Okay, so if you want to go hiking, what's the best course of action?
Yeah, if you're planning to come visit either Bruce Peninsula National Park or Fathom 5 Marine Park in the summertime, definitely plan ahead because they can be busy. So you can book a parking space if you want to go see the iconic grotto in the Bruce, which is really famous. But book ahead. Go online to our website, parkscanada.gc.ca/grotto, and book your parking space so you're not disappointed if it's full.
Right, because it will fill up.
It does fill up, yeah. And as well, we have a great visitor center in Tobermory. So if you want information in the parks and you show up, that's the first place to go to.
Right.
Well, lots of staff to help you plan your adventure.
Do you got any treats in that backpack? What are you sporting there?
Well, I actually have something for you. So I have an official Tobermory water drinking container.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a beer.
So when you're out in the trails, you can stay hydrated. So thanks, Tim.
Nice meeting you, man.
Awesome.
Let's continue.
Yep.
This is great. And are you from up here? Or?
No, I grew up down in Leamington, actually.
Did you? Huh?
Right near Point Pelee National